What's up? And we in these gold overnight longs, man. Are they gonna cook or what? Got close. Hopped in here. I put it in the Discord. If you were in the Discord, you got a message from me. How we doing? It is Tuesday. No news today. But indices wise, we've done what? Opened, put in a little wick to the downside and moved higher. We're about to take out previous day high here on NQ, which it looks like we already did. Yeah, I didn't ping anybody. Maybe, but I did put it in the chat. It's in the fractal model. But yeah, I said I'm watching 1 hour gold longs off this sweep. Putting in the daily wick here. Close back above. I just hopped in when we came down at the opening price here. Went to sleep, you know. Came into some drawdown here. My stop was at the body low, but reversed back higher. So I woke up, saw we were like hanging out around here, so I just moved my stop at this low. And then once we started to hit like these, you know, wicks right here and not really do much, I just kind of went break even. Just in case it wants to hit this and kind of keep chopping and roll back to the side of the range. I want to see it push here. Also look in the 4 hour. We have a 4 hour candle 2 closure. I know it's not at a POI, but still, like I want to see this move higher, right? And get out of this chop. So, hit a tiny minute, you know, tiny little imbalance there. Equal highs here. 2R for me is at this price. I'll make like 8,500 bucks. And there's a daily imbalance as well right here. So, that's what I'm targeting basically. Off this daily candle closure here. And this red line, if you look, let me actually just turn all this stuff off real quick. Oh, I'll just hide it like this. This red line is actually 50% of this daily wick right here that we hit. So, looking for a little upside here on gold. I know I have it bearish. I forgot to change that, but looking for longs on gold off that daily candle closure. So, that's gold. We'll see if it plays out or not. I've been holding it all night since about 10 o'clock last night. So it's been like 11 hours. It's not really doing much. But indices. Yeah, just entered off 1 hour. You thought I said I didn't trade gold? If I didn't trade gold, why is it on my watch list? What are we doing, guys? Wake up. Join the Discord. Wake up. You guys are sleeping. You're asleep at the wheel. But if it plays out, I'll do a full recap on it. But you can go back to the here. Let me hide this real quick. I want to make sure I don't have any sensitive DMs or anything up. Here it is. Copy image. Too large. Here, I can probably just do this. There we go. See? Said, hey, I'm looking for gold hour, 1 hour longs off this. Equal highs. You know? Let's see it sweep this low. Come up close above. We closed above. Retested the opening price. I hopped in. I was looking for that move. It's just taking a little longer than we wanted, right? Still in it. Just had to sit through this. So we swept this high. Came back in the range. Swept this low out. Mind your DMs. No, I give out giveaway codes. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any like giveaway codes like someone on stream would just steal for the winners. But yeah, I'm still. God, I was bearish today on indices last night, but as you can see, we've put in the small wick, moved higher. So we have SMT currently at previous day high. So we need to watch that. You do have a little candle 2 closure here. We just confirmed it like barely yesterday. To confirm it here on NQ, well, there's SMT there, but personally, I think we just hit this imbalance and roll over. Sweep this high and roll over. So that's why I'm still bearish on the indices. I want to see us roll over off this imbalance. You know, to target these equal lows. If we just kind of like start pushing past it, then obviously we'll just go back to all-time highs probably. But daily profile wise, Asia, London, New York. I'm looking for a New York reversal off previous day high. Inside this daily imbalance. And I'm not going to look to trade it all the way down here, but we can trade it to low a day or back towards the daily open right here. So if SMT holds at the open, that's kind of what I'm looking for. So that's bias, POIs. We talked about daily profile. We talked about previous day high. News. There's no news today. There's news tomorrow, CPI, and then PPI Thursday. Yeah, I saw this little nice clean 1 hour gold setup. So I'm gonna take that. I was sitting there watching. These are like the only kind of swing trades I like to do. Is hop in like right around 10 o'clock or earlier. And then I go to bed and I wake up and usually it's hit TP or it's stopped me out, or in this case, we're still hovering in profit. So we can kind of sit here and watch this. Maybe what I'll do is if you guys, because sometimes I like to kind of I like putting on Twitter sometimes too, but honestly, for those in the Discord, I want to add some value in there as well. So I think any kind of like overnight swings or like trade alert kind of things that I'm watching, maybe I'll create like a separate role that you can sign up on your own, and I'll just ping that role. So like the role will be like Zach's trades or like alerts or whatever, and I'll just ping that instead of pinging everyone. I'll just ping that role specifically for those who want to get alerts on the trades I'm taking overnight. You know, because you would have gotten pinged at 10 o'clock. So hey, I'm looking at for this, and then it formed. I hopped in. So yeah, that's gold. Oil, I'm also bearish on. Let's look at oil. Oh, already played out. Damn. Put in that gap here to the tick, sold off. We gapped up and then just came down off this candle 2 closure into these lows right here. So obviously next stop would probably be this low. Yeah, we took out these little equal lows right here. So that's kind of already played out in my opinion. Unless there's like some news today or something that kind of makes oil go crazy. We're already down like 3%. We need a damn tweet or something on gold. But yeah, for those who did not take the gold setup with me, once again, SMT at previous day high here. I want to see us kind of do a New York reversal off previous day high to go lower. Even better if there's SMT, we can short the weaker one down. So that's kind of what I'm watching. You're learning that you don't have to be in front of the chart all day to work as a trader? Nope. I literally hopped in this and went to bed. I'm up like 3 grand right now. Stops at break even. Yeah, just looking for my 2R. My stop loss is right here. 2R is like right here, you know? So that's what we're looking for. Just a trade into this daily imbalance on gold right now. It's your confirmation to enter a reversal. This isn't a reversal trade. This is a continuation trade. The reversal already happened yesterday. I'm just looking for the continuation now. Today. I usually don't trade the reversals. Usually just trade the continuations. Yeah, we're looking for a candle, a bearish closure here off previous day high or on one of these. I prefer to trade. I mean, yeah, look at these equal lows right here. On YM. Here. So that's kind of what we're looking for. While we kind of let this play out. This is risk-free now at this point. The reason I'm kind of putting stop break even instead of just keeping it at this low or down here is because if we are in like a consolidation phase of price today, we've hit these like wicks, right? And it could want to roll back and target other side of the range, you know, after sweeping this high. So if that's the case, it would stop me out, right, for a full loss. Personally, I want to see the low the day already put in on gold right here in this move and us continue higher, right? I don't want to see it turn and go lower, right? I'm looking for low day to already be put in. But yes, we will watch, as usual, the open. We have about, I don't know, 12 minutes till the open. Right now in the chat, 64% of you guys are bearish. 64%. So I'd love to get a New York reversal, you know. So we'll switch over to the indices once we open up in the next like 11 minutes. Right now, I just kind of want to watch gold. It could stop me out. It's whatever. It didn't really play out, right? We almost got my TP here. I hopped in, came down, hit this 1 hour imbalance right here. And then went higher. Swept this high, but didn't have enough juice to come up into this daily imbalance. So it retraced, swept this low, and we're up. It kind of just looks like it's in consolidation at this point. So if that's the case and we're not going to expand, then I want to get out anyways. So that's when my stop's here. We're back at this 1 hour imbalance. Already trading gold. We hopped in at 10 p.m. last night. We got some nice liquidity down here. You might get a nice little 5-minute setup. No. Not my swing. Yeah, last hope is really we just sweep this low and then go higher. But if it doesn't close back inside this swing low here, then it's probably going to take my stop. And I'll get out for break even. So, we'll see. Go back up. Bears are coming to town. We'll see. I mean, we got 9 minutes to the open. This thing looks like it wants to take me out for break even. How do I do? Here she comes. Oh my gosh, it's edging me. Yeah, we can go look at see these other pairs. Not looking as strong, right? So we're being dragged down. At least we're on the stronger one, right? But yeah, these overnight swings, they don't happen every day or every week, you know? It just really comes down to like, oh, we have a nice closure at a nice POI. Clear draw to the upside, this daily imbalance. We could tap into. Been selling off for a while, you know. Nice like reversal look with the low of the day immediately being formed here. These down close candles. What I was looking for. So when we closed above, it just seemed like really clean. Just didn't have enough juice to push through on this move up. Swept this high. Came back lower. Swept this low out back into balance. We just haven't had the strength to get back up. I mean, we're kind of being dragged down here by Euro gold and GBP gold. So, and even silver. Not really looking to just like consolidation so far today. So I could get chopped around in here and get stopped out for break even, but we'll see. I was like, what, 4 ticks away from getting stopped out right there? But I'd love to see, again, a reversal off previous day high here on NASDAQ. We need the 15-minute to close back inside this candle's low. Otherwise, it probably will just take my stop and continue lower. This is like kind of our last hope. Manipulate this low to move higher. It's kind of in this like broadening formation right now. So that's what we want to see. Digging these down close candles. But I think if it comes down here and closes below this, it'll probably just continue lower to some of these lows down here where my stop was previously. Because look at the 4 hour. Like we have 35 minutes left in this 4 hour. You had a candle to closure here. But you're not seeing this candle expand, right? So just hitting these wicks, this kind of rejection block look right here. And moving lower. Let's see. Even the 1 hour is looking a little choppy. 4 hour for sure. But indices, we got 4.5 minutes until the open. So I'm still gonna stay on and trade New York Open. Yeah. Even if this wins or loses, I'll stay on and look for another setup in indices. I'm just watching this right now. But I mean, we're making what? After sweeping this low out and making the low of the day, we've been making what? Higher lows, it looks like. So made a higher high here. I want to see us make another higher high off this maybe potential higher low. But she might have other plans. Measure the whole order block on underlying mean threshold. Yeah. You can see that's where we turned. Respected it. See? Also, like, we didn't close above this series of down close candles either that swept this low out. So it wicked it. Yeah, see, I got stopped out there for break even. Oh well. We can go watch indices. Not really interested in gold anymore. But yeah, if you're not in the Discord, I kind of alerted this setup. You maybe could have gotten like a lower time from entry somewhere around here to take this high out, but me, I'm gonna get in on the 1 hour here. Stop at the body low here. And just target like a 2R. But did not want to follow through, so I'm gonna hop out. Money, it's a crime. Yeah. What a shame. I think I was up like at the most like probably 5 grand or so up here. 6 grand maybe. But let me delete this alert. We can come back and check on it later. But yeah, kind of just looks like consolidation. It's inside day so far. You could want to sweep this low, then go higher. So we can watch. Actually, I need to switch. I gotta switch my broker from this browser to this one. There we go. Bang. And look, you see the trade we took Thursday last week. So let's watch indices. We got 20 seconds. At least it stopped us out right before indices open. So we can get our we can get focused. Now have to kind of monitor both. So just so far with the pre-market, it looks like NQ is stronger, you know. Already taking out previous day high, but now it looks like YM's kind of pushing. Let's see how we open here. Market's open. Probably gonna be one of those 10 a.m. days. If New York's gonna reverse, 10 a.m. will probably give us a setup. Most likely. But yeah, let's go ahead and mark out previous day high. So we can see where we're at. What's up, French? I mean, 5 minute. Any gaps? Gap to the downside across the board. Let's see, you can play catch up real quick. And this thing maybe lead the way down. Brown said, I did what you did with gold on NQ micros to previous day high. Yeah, they're breaking up. They broke up. Here's a London session right here. To see where we've hit yesterday, if you go on the daily chart, actually 4 hour, you can see it. See the weekly new week opening gap right here? We filled it in. We've immediately rebalanced this weekly range. So we've hit that here and here. Back at that weekly range. Rebalance. Yeah, like pre-market trades haven't been like really there on indices. Like they used to be. It's really, there's a lot of like reversals happening after the open. A lot of the trades we've taken have been scalps, honestly. We haven't really had a good like sell day or buy day where we just kind of hold and scale. Maybe like on Thursday last week, right here. But here's on Q. Oh, y'all, this liquidity below these lows. Then you have London low here and Asia low down here. Like, part of me wants the long ES to the high, but the problem is this like candle 2 closure right here. There's no POI that it really happened at, right? There's no imbalance or low being swept, so this one, if you are gonna sweep this low, close candle 2, we are gonna go higher today. Dig down into this down close candles here, opening price. So somebody in the chat, let me know if gold like breaks out one way or the other. If it comes down here and sweeps this low, or comes up here and takes out previous day high in the daily imbalance, let me know. I can set alerts, but that's your job today. But let's see what the poll was. The poll was 64% bearish. Let's end that. What's up, Jack, sir? Got up late today? Yeah, I just woke up and was managing my gold long. We got stopped out break even here on this move down. But we have a POI we're watching, previous day high. The day before CPI. Before the volume's kind of low. No bias for this session. Personally, I want to see us hit daily imbalance right here. And roll over, you know. Close candle 2 up here maybe. And give us bias for a classic expansion week to the downside. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know? That's kind of what I'm watching. Because you have expansion and this is kind of like a back and forth retracement. We've rebalanced this weekly range. We're back into the new week opening gap here. Right here. So that's been filled in. Let's see if we can reverse now previous day high for new reversal to go lower. These things might need to catch up first before we do that, but and even the 50 minutes looking a little choppy right now on NQ. The 5 minute just wicked this, came back. 30 minute. I don't know. I think 10 a.m. is going to be the key for us, or for me. I don't know what you guys are doing, but we got 40 likes on the stream. Let's go. We had the most amount of people on the stream yesterday. We had like 290. I think we can break 300 this week. I think before the 290 we had 280 was the highest. We had 290 yesterday. I think we'll hit 300 by end of the week maybe, if price action's good. If the market's slow, like the stream isn't as popping, you know. I'm missing out on the 1 second IFVG longs. Damn. I'll let you take those. Yeah. Just gold did not want to play out. That's why I went break even. It might want this low where my stop was previously. And here I reduced some risk. So like I said, just kind of hitting these like rejection block looking candles. And wanting to roll. I wanted to see it push through that after sweeping this low out. And I wanted this low a day to hold. But if it's going to start to roll here, it could just sweep out consolidation low. And that would have stopped me out for my full loss, right? So. And the fact that like when I woke up this morning and saw that it took this high but didn't come up here, came back in the range. It's like this is kind of a high resistance liquidity run now. Trying to take this high out. Because it's already swept a high. So, yeah. I mean, not really looking to hold and chop. We're kind of just chugging up here. This thing's just stalling out at previous to high. We're playing catch up here. And these 5-minute longs didn't look too bad. You know? But again, like this closure wasn't out of POI. We'll see how we hit. Previous to high here. If this thing just starts blowing past previous day high, we have a candle 2 closure here at 10 o'clock. We could look to long, but technically that would be following the bias, right? Because you have a candle 2 closure here to the upside. Wick made, we're expanding. Again, my like daily chart, higher time frame bias is still bearish, you know, off this imbalance. But if today's going to be a buy day, and we don't care about that imbalance, and we're just going back to all-time highs, then we'll see. Today's close should tell us, you know, if we close candle 2 off this high, off this imbalance right here, then that'll give us bearish bias for the rest of the week. But if we close like inside the imbalance up here, or fill it all the way in or something like that, and close above previous day high, then that'll kind of throw a wrench in the mix, right? And kind of make you think, well, dang, are we about to retrace this whole move? So it's kind of like 50-50, right? At least right now. You have the bullish candle closure here to support upside today. But if you look on the daily chart, it still looks like we're in bearish structure. You know, equal lows down here, digging into a daily imbalance. Across the board here, equal lows. So kind of just need to see how today closes and just be very selective with the trades today. But there's previous high taken out on ES. We got 15 minutes-ish until the 10 a.m. We're at 50% of the previous weekly candle. Also, these things keep changing. I gotta figure out why. I think it's because my template's not updated. Yeah, like when I hit this, it changes back. Holy lag. What are we doing? Every day I use TradingView, the more I want to switch to something else. Even if we're going to look for longs, we need to pull back, you know? Just swept some lows. Right now it's just been straight up. We're into that daily imbalance. So let's see how 10 o'clock closes and opens. Gold moving. Damn, man. That's so annoying. Bro. Like out of nowhere, just like a... That's annoying, right? She got us. Stopped us out for BE, bro. Stopped in here, got stopped out here. And now we're just about to hit my TP. God, that's annoying, right? My TP would have hit right there. Like 8,500. It is what it is. If you're new to trading, just give up. Is the indicator also including a third higher time frame, or is it just drawing off the 4-hour, 15-minute? These are the time frame pairings right here. 4-hour, 15-minute, 5-minute, 1 hour, 3-minute, 30-minute, 1 minute, 15-minute. Right. When do you risk free your trade usually? In this market, it's usually been like when we get halfway to my target. I go break even. Or depending on the conditions, I'll wait till we hit 2R, take partials, and if I'm gonna hold runners, and then I'll go break even. Kind of depends on the conditions. But those are pretty much like the 2 rules I follow. Like this move right here, when I got in on this candle here and we pushed up, in my opinion, should have just went higher, you know? But we swept this high and came back in the range. Now you can see we've hit the daily imbalance and we're just reacting off that. So, tricky gold. We got 9 minutes until 10 a.m. All right, let's reverse. Come on down. Just in time for 10 o'clock. And if we don't, your gold died. And Joel's just back in the range. Guys, when you say something died, I'm expecting a sell-off like this. Not just a little wick. Come on. Like, this is not dying. If gold like hit that and just immediately came down here, then I'd be like, oh, it died. But I appreciate the gold callouts. You're doing your job. Who's buying breakouts above previous day high? Let's fade that. Back to some lows. Let's put in a nice big wick right here today. For a candle 2 closure off the daily imbalance. And then we can look to trade tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday lower to low of the week. Or even just like those equal lows right here. Maybe this needs to hit first. Dude, Inky's dumping right now. Does 9:30 open also affect gold volatility? If you're ever wondering about when the volatility kicks in, just pull up the volume. Right? Well, you can see here, right here at 9:45, it starts to ramp up a little bit. 9:40 to 9:45. You just got some news, I guess. That's off that pop. But you can see it starts to ramp up here around like 8 o'clock. Around like 8 o'clock, it starts to kind of ramp a little bit. Versus just being sideways. I would say like around 8:30, gold starts to get some volume. Dang. Do we look for shorts on gold now? Off this high? Let's see how it closes. Maybe we can get our get back on a short. If this is going to be a candle 2, we can trade. Think about what it's done. It hasn't really like expanded too much. It's just kind of consolidated sideways, and then we tagged previous day high. We're back inside the range immediately. So we can watch. About to get a 4-hour closure too. Maybe get like a 15-minute setup or like a 5-minute setup. I don't like trading anything below 5-minute usually on gold. Let's see how we close here. 5 minutes. See, we're back in this imbalance, right? But we didn't like hit it and wick it. We closed like basically at the low of it. So this is definitely looking like the weakest asset. This is looking like the strongest. And then we have somewhere kind of in the middle. Yeah, gold was not short. Daily bias confirmed. Yeah, this would be a candle 2. You're trading lower. Basically like an outside day if it's going to take out this low. But I'd much rather just wait on indices to see what cooks up over here in the next 3 minutes. You're about to get a decent, like, this is like an indecision 30-minute close. You know, wicks on both sides. The 15 minute's not bad, though. That's a pretty bearish close on the 15 minute, which gives you a 1 minute entry. To confirm it, though, you're going to have to close all the way down here. 30 minute, same thing, close down here. 5 minute even, you have to close down here. So maybe we get a little 1 minute scalp to some lows. London low right here. You have like these failure swings here, here, here. I mean, maybe I wouldn't count it as failure swings because they did sweep out some lows. All right, a minute 30. So far, we have gone up and down. Up and down. Gone up, back in. All right, let's say oil's probably dumping off that news. All right, 30 seconds and we get the closure. I'm liking the reaction there. Remember, we've been talking about previous day high, talking about these imbalances. Want to see a New York reversal off previous day high. I think we could get it. I'll put in a long wick here on the daily candle. I wouldn't expect this candle to expand all the way down here unless we get some crazy news. But just target some of these internal lows, maybe even this daily open here, and then this low a day, and that'd probably be it for me. Realistically, got a 30-minute closure, you got an hourly closure here on in queue. 15-minute closure on these two. Obviously, I want to short NQ. It looks the weakest right now. And you'll get the confirmation here once this 1 minute closes. And then I want to see some kind of pullback. Or just like real shallow continuation to short. So let's watch NQ. We have SMT here. YM got really close to its high, but did not take it out yet. Nice 4-hour closure too on NASDAQ. If you're really confident, you could maybe set a limit here on this 15-minute. But your stop's gonna have to be like this wick high or the bodies or above 50% of the wick, something like that. But I'd rather just wait for like a pullback. If it's gonna retrace that hard, I'd rather just wait for a protected swing to form that I can put my stop at. A little accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Kind of slow grind, manipulate, Key level, pre-stay high. Distribute down into some lows. Trap everybody right here. Wait, let's look at gold real quick. Wait, 30-minute. This retracement here could maybe push YM into that high. Then we get some SMT, maybe. We kind of hit this low, which is kind of actually I don't really care about that. Cause if it's gonna close back down below here, then like it probably wants to just continue lower, right? Since it's already swept that low. I'll take a 1 minute short if we close below here. Let's mark out these session lows. Got London low. We'll come back for that later. Right now, just looking for some kind of clean 3 minute, clean 1 minute, maybe even a 5 minute entry. We haven't confirmed it yet, this 1 hour closure. We have confirmed the 3 minute, 30 minute, and the 15 1 minute. So, am I bullish or bearish? I'm bearish. Ugh! Down. Look at that. Expansion met with expansion. That's a reversal. Just wait for me. Put the 15-minute wick in. You can do body or wick high. I'll probably do the body. Down here to like London low. See if we didn't get that closure yet. Need the closure. $10.05. The 5 minute imbalance right here. Want to tap into, which would be that 1 minute high. So it's kind of sketch to put your stop there. And see how we wick that opening price? We might want to come sweep that high now. That's why I wait for the closure below. I'm not just going to mark it in as it crosses it, you know? And I hate putting my stop at an imbalance that hasn't been tapped into on like a higher time frame, like this 5 minute. Because you could just get wicked out and then it runs. There was like 3 or 2 times that formed yesterday and we didn't take the trade. And you would have gotten stopped out. So yeah, like even if we close below here now, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take this short right here. Even if it closed below right now. You know? I want to see it hit this high. Because now it just looks like consolidation. It'll be annoying if it just sells off, right? But I want to see it sweep a high. I mean, Y doesn't look half bad either. Off this imbalance right here. If this thing's not going to give us the sweep we want. I know it's like the strongest, but if it does roll. See, look, gold just can't, I mean, NASDAQ just can't close below that. Yeah, there's an imbalance here on ES. Also, ES is stronger. I don't want to short ES. Look at that pop. Well, not. Again, we're in this like consolidation look. I want to see it sweep the high. Then give me the continuation. It's taking too long to close below this down close, this up close candle. And I want to see this 5 minute be hit. I don't want to put my stop at a 5 minute imbalance. That's London, right? Yeah. And even if it sells off down to that without us, we can just see how it reacts there and then maybe short again. You know? I don't have to take this entry. I could present another one later. But yeah, watch this low right here. They never make it easy, do they? Either way, it's playing out exactly how we wanted it to. Just got to find our entry. You know? Everything is or what is it? What's the Star Wars thing? The GIF? Look, boom. London low. Tagged. It's a shame it couldn't just close below right here. And then give us this move, you know? We're going to need a 15-minute candle here in the next 3 minutes. This is how I feel right now. This is how I feel. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Told you, man. Previous day high. Give us that New York reversal. All right, now give us a little retracement here on this new 15-minute candle, new protected swing. We can short. Maybe even a 3-minute entry. Also, the little 10-minute, 10 a.m. scalping model, right? OTE aligns with 10 a.m. opening price right here. It does come back up to that. We can watch it play out. This thing just dumps, dude. That's annoying. Asia low. We got what we wanted. Bro, why you didn't took that? I told you why I didn't take it. Took too long to close below here. And I wanted to see this high swept. I didn't want to put my stop at a 5-minute imbalance. Did you take it? Gold. Breakout traders in shambles. Let's see. New 15-minute. Can we get a little protected swing right here in this imbalance? This would be a candle 4. Why do I like to fade the whole daily candle? Because, dude, you guys not listening? Come on. Still bearish on the daily. This is just a retracement to go lower, right? These equal lows. To be your classic expansion week to the downside. New York reversal profile off previous day high. Been shouting it from the rooftops all morning. This guy said he's long right here. I'll pray for you. London lows right here on ES. That's been taken out. Here. You have equal lows all right here. We're seeing a little pullback to get in. See? Long wick being formed. That's what we wanted. Trade it back towards the daily open, which we're at right now. Asia low. I swear I'm not from the future. I mean, shoot. We keep selling off this hard. Then the next couple, like this. This is 10 o'clock. We're only 20 minutes in. Only 18 minutes in to 10 o'clock. And we've just dumped. Like 300 handles. They thought. Why I'm just tease you. All right, pullback time. Gold short. Sweeping out consolidation low here on gold. Or I'll just get on side with this. I mean, damn. Short at low a day. I mean, it's valid. I don't know. I feel like we need a deeper retracement than this. My stop's about to be at a 3-minute imbalance high. Didn't get the closure there. Let's get the retracement we want. We're still in the candle 2. Get a candle, sorry, candle 3. Get a candle 4 next. Get 8 minutes on this 30-minute. Uh-oh. Dude, I fucking hate when it does that. Oh my god. Gotta drag it back up now. All right. Retrace for me. See how deep these retracements are on YM though? I'm just not a fan. Like here, here. Gold swept that consolidation low back in the range. I don't really like gold. She's beautiful though. Beauty. FOMO's kicking in. Then go watch something else. These moves happen every day. What are you FOMOing about? The market's open every day. It moves every day. FOMO. Don't you get FOMO? Like, don't you think if I was taking that setup, it would be TP by now? I'm not sure what you mean. God, these 5 minute handles are like 5 minute candles are like 100 handles on the bodies. All right, let's see how this 15-minute closes in the next 4 minutes. Here's the thing. I don't get FOMO because I understand that these moves happen every day. And we sat here and I talked about how I want to see a reversal on New York reversal off previous day high. We got it, right? So even if I'm not in the trade, I'm like, damn, I just called that shit. You know? So it's like I'm still sitting here calling the market. So it's just I didn't get my entry. You know, I didn't get my setup. So I'll just wait and do it again, you know? That's still a win in my book. Literally got exactly what we were wanting. What's the thing? You're still attached to the money. Yeah, but I didn't make any money on that move. It's not about the money. It's about the process. That's where I get the enjoyment from. The money's just a byproduct of the process. If you have FOMO, it's probably because you're not making money consistently already, you know? And like, yeah, like deep down, I'm like, damn, I didn't get an entry here. It kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Right? Because yeah, I did the analysis, it played out, I just didn't get in, didn't make any money. Yeah, it sucks. But it doesn't affect me because I know that I can do this consistently. And so I'll just wait till the next opportunity, right? But it's about the process. That's where I can get the enjoyment from. It's not about making money. The money just comes. It's a byproduct of following your system, right? Just come in here, doing the same thing day in and day out. You make money. The moment you start letting your emotions take control and deviating from your system, right? That's when you start losing money and your confidence goes down, right? Just a negative feedback loop. Your confidence goes down, you start hesitating on setups, you miss a move because you hesitated, your confidence drops even harder. So yeah, I would be a liar if I sat here and told you like, oh, it's so like, no, I don't care. I didn't get it set up here. Like, yeah, I care, but at the end of the day, I know that I can consistently come in here and call stuff like this out and look for my entry, right? And it's gonna, if I do it enough times throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, I'm gonna make money. But my whole trading career isn't dependent on the outcome of one single day, you know, unless you let it and go on tilt and blow up or oversize or, do whatever. We got 40 seconds till this 15-minute candle closes. And we get a new 30-minute. This will be a candle 4 on a 30-minute. I mean, look at this look at this 3-minute. It's valid. If we close below here, my stop's gonna have to be at this body, which is like 80 something handles. I'm not gonna put it here. 2R would be like another 0.5% drop. Oh my gosh, it did it again. I'm about over trading view. Or just this window. There we go. I gotta figure out how to disable that little bar that pops up. I mean, 5-minute? 91 handles. Damn. I hate putting my stop on bodies that have long wicks like this because it could want to come up and tag that wick, then go lower, you know? Yeah, it's a valid hard time from candle closure, but you didn't get the entry, right? It took too long to close below. And I wasn't going to put my stop at a 5-minute imbalance right here. I think we have plenty of room to run still after Asia low. We're not even like, it's only 10:30. I don't want to short this. It's too strong. I think we're just continuing that aggressive sell. So watch this 3-minute. I wouldn't mind another, sweep to then go lower. Give us some more points to capture. Some more range. But we want Asia lows. See how we wick that opening price again? Come sweep this high. Maybe even give us a nice 5-minute entry, you know? Something that's not 100 handles for our stop. Daily kind of doesn't support expansion though. Yeah, which is exactly why I want to target low a day and not all the way down here. Let's see, huh? We're at -1. Gold short, 5-minute. I guess you can target these lows. Get rid of this red line. It's throwing me off. Yeah, 50% of the previous wick here. Went to Asians. I mean, gold doesn't look that bad. Off the highs, off the previous day high here. You just need a closure below here to hop in. So it needs to kind of do it here in this next candle. Because you're coming off this balance. Let's see, maybe we get a gold setup instead. It's kind of got the same look, doesn't it? New York reversal. Just like we had New York reversal here off previous day high. New York reversal here off previous day high. And we're just continuing what? That bearish order flow down off this imbalance. So this would be kind of like a candle 2 trade. I'm down with it. While Indices kind of just sells off and doesn't really give a decent entry. Like I'm not going to short right here on a 5-minute. I guess with the 80, 90 handle stop. I'd rather just do something like this. You know? Down to the -1. If it chills out, damn. What's the rush? Even the 3-minute looks pretty good. But again, it didn't close. You have to wait till this candle. Kiko says, I got to be honest, the way you don't FOMO in just shows how much discipline you have. Yeah, because like if I FOMO'd in and lost, it'd be a bad loss, right? And I'd feel like an idiot. And if I FOMO'd in and I won, what is that doing? It's only building bad habits. I'm just reinforcing bad habits. Because, yeah, I made money. So let me FOMO in again. It worked last time, right? So you're just building bad habits when you do that. Let me double check here and make sure I'm not missing anything. I might just set a limit there. Or if it closes like around there, I'll just mark it. Because again, I want to see another sweep of the high or something. Come on up. I feel like we're getting news right now. What's the news saying? Oh wait, I don't have a login. I'm not logged in on this new computer. I'll hop in if we close like right here. But I'm not gonna chase it right here. I want to see it come back. We're getting a new phase of price. Dang, man. Maybe we set a limit on gold. If it's just gonna sell off, if it wants to come back and test that, we can hop in. But I'm not gonna just hop in down here. Because I could if I'm going for like a 2R down there, but I just don't know if it wants to get all the way down there. Let's see. Wants to come back up? I'll hop in. Otherwise, it might just sell off. This thing's just chilling. I hesitate too much. I've never seen your name in the chat before, buddy. Must be your first time here. I don't hesitate. I'm just demanding my setup for him. I'm demanding price come to my levels, right? And if it doesn't, that's fine. I'll just wait for the next opportunity. It's just funny, like, we've been sitting in here in the stream making money, and people want to come and, like, talk noise. But, like, we're making money. So what are you talking shit about? You know? That doesn't make any sense. But I'm here for it. Keep engaging in the chat and boost my stream for me. But it's funny also, like, the people who are complaining about, like, hesitation and why didn't you take that setup? You know what it is? They're here to copy trade. It's like they're mad that I didn't push the button because they wanted to take a setup, but they didn't have the confidence to do it on their own. So they're waiting for me to do it so they can just copy, right? That's what it is. So it's just funny. You can call it hesitation. I like to call it being selective. But if the stream's not good enough for you, you can go watch somebody else. But what's funny is to comment something negative on the stream, you literally have to subscribe, wait 5 minutes, and then comment. So you sat here, subscribed, waited 5 minutes just to comment some nonsense, which is hilarious. But yeah, we didn't get that retracement up. So no limit in for me. We can sit here and watch though. About to take out Asia low on NASDAQ. Bang. So now here's where like I would be a little hesitant, like continuing to look for lower prices. It could definitely keep selling off, right? Play catch up here. Do these equal lows on ES. But again, like this candle has a long wick, right? Expansion candles have smaller wicks. So I'm not saying it's done. I'm just saying I'd be more cautious trying to short down here. We just took out low a day. We've been selling off for a minute. Yeah, gold just accelerating down. So I'm glad I hopped out, right? For break even. Dude, the range today is insane though. $15. Yeah, let's see. It takes forever. It takes too long to close below and then it just spikes through. Like it's just kind of just annoying. And then closes all the way down here. It's not giving us those nice entries we want. He said, like the stream, you chuds, only at 71 likes. The analysis is playing out. Let's see. Asia low. Down here on... It's actually being hit right now, actually. I think equal lows here on ES. No entry keyword. Keyword's FOMO. FOMO. Bro, this thing might come down to these equal lows today. The day's not over till it's over. We hit those equal lows here. I mean, dang. I think we could hit these equal lows for sure. It's funny because like we're really close to them on ES, but we're pretty far away on NQ. And I guess these are your equal lows here. YM. This thing is just selling off, dude. But like I'm not actually gonna hop in. I need to see like some kind of new phase of price. Do protected swing to get in. Just knowing like gold. Maybe could have market in, I guess, but again, I always wanted price to come to my level. This is also trading a candle 2 day across the board. The low on this candle is 55.50. Yeah, so these are exactly equal lows right here. Sit here and watch. So I'll be honest, I didn't expect this to come all the way down to the equal lows today. You know? How can we learn and improve to trade C2? Any ideas, right? Good question. Today's a little bit of a trickier candle 2 day. Usually you want to have a small wick like this, right? Where you close at the high, you open up near the previous day high, and then you open. The first thing you do is immediately take out previous day high, and then you come back in the range, right? Like here. You open, take the high, and come back in the range, and then you can trade it lower, right? And it's even better when there's SMT. See? So that's how you can trade a C2 day. Today was a little bit different though, because you opened, went lower, and had pretty large range up to previous day high. And then the wick is very long on this day, right? So you would think it would use most of its daily range up, putting in that wick and trading back towards the daily open and closing bearish, right? Around here. But if this thing's just going to expand, and this is one of those like, I won't say anomaly days, but usually when you put in a candle 2 closure like this off the high, there's a long wick and you have a small body. Versus expansion days have small wicks and long bodies. Check that first NASDAQ 5-minute entry. I saw it, but stop loss is wide and then it reaches for 2R. This one right here? Or this right here? You would have to enter on this candle closure here that confirms it. Stopping at the bodies or the high, whatever. That's 200 handles. Like I said, I didn't expect price to reach for these equal lows today. Your 2R is like right here. I just wanted to get a scalp down to the daily open, maybe even Asia low, and that's it. I was not expecting price to just dump all the way down here. right? Which it looks like it wants to. So that's why I wasn't taking any like huge stop loss trades. Just looking for a little scalp to take it lower into London lows and then maybe Asia low. But now we're just ripping down past it. So, like I said, my expectation for the day was to kind of reverse here and trade it back towards daily opening price. Maybe Asia low, put in a new low day, and that was it. So I was looking for a little scalp in that direction, and we never really got, right, a clean CISD entry, continuation entry here. It just kind of consolidated and then just dumped. I didn't want to put my stop at a 5-minute imbalance either. And then this retracement here, we could have maybe entered on a 5-minute. But to close below, you had to enter down here. So I'm not going to hop in like here with a 200 handle stop again, you know? Like it's just not giving us our entry, so we can just sit here and watch. But the analysis played out. So it's still a win in my book. And the day's not over. We're down here at -2, -2.5. Looks like we might get a new retracement again to go lower before we take out equal lows on ES. So maybe we get a little scalp or something. Who knows? See how like these little retracements are a little bit shallow, and then YM just likes to rip up and retrace. Yeah, just looking to trade continuations. I mean, we're 5 minutes until a new hourly candle. Maybe we get a little 5-minute setup here. You know, we're at this imbalance. What's the stop going to be, though? 100 handles. Fuck. Maybe we just send it on a 100 handle stop. As long as it doesn't retrace too hard. Maybe we get a 3-minute entry. You know? But I kind of want to wait until we get the new, 30-minute new hourly candle before I enter. Yeah, the most annoying days are where, like, you get the analysis, right? It looks like it's going to give you entry. Kind of just consolidates and then dumps. Consolidates, dumps, right? Because if you're looking for that continuation play, it kind of just leaves you in the dust, which is pretty annoying. But I'm excited for the rest of the week. You know, even tomorrow, it's going to be a nice closure to just look for shorts the rest of the week. And the weekly profile also gives you confidence to look for shorts so far. Obviously, we haven't closed today yet, but once we do, and if we close like this, that'll be fun. There's another low here. Trying to mark out some maybe major lows that we could target before we hit the equal lows right here. Let me mark these out. Yeah. Do I ever monitor the first PFVG on the 1 minute? I'm not sure what a PFVG is. The VIX is almost at 20. Let's go. That's when things get popping. Oh wait, I have to look up 20. VIX. Oh, that's interval. Well, this thing retraces. Let's look at the VIX. Oh, hell yeah. That's from the sell-off on Friday. I'm telling you, once the VIX is above 20, that's when things get fun. The market gets pretty volatile. So, you're kind of starting to see it. Basically, as VIX goes up, NASDAQ goes down. Because of the uncertainty, right? Any trades? Yeah, I was on a gold long earlier. I got stop break even. And then it pushed to my TP right here. And now you're seeing it roll. Damn, maybe a gold. Maybe she's not done. Oh, but nice that those lows weren't taken out yet. Let's see, we're gonna get one last retracement before an extra leg. Down. This is what? This is. Look, Nibby opening gap hit. Immediate rebalance hit. Putting that wick on the weekly. This is previous week's low, so let's mark that out. Let me get rid of some of these lines. All right, it's 11 o'clock. Can we get a 5-minute entry to take this thing lower? Why'd I change my bias? My bias has been bearish on ES. You can go back at the beginning of the stream and look at it. Again, this still looks like the weakest. If it's just going to kind of continue this chop and drop stuff. This is like the real, like, again, we got a little retracement here. We just didn't get that closure below. It wicked it here. Came back up. So I want another sweep. Never got it. Can we get a closure below here? On like a 3-minute. Maybe a 5-minute right here. See these deep retracements you're having on YM? So why am I long in Q? I'm not long in Q. I'm looking for a short. Is my stream like on the front of YouTube right now? We got a lot of new viewers. And trust me, if you're new here, I'm not usually like this, but I'm just getting some like dumb questions today. Are people paying attention? Yeah, this would be a candle 4. Putting a little wick here. $127 handle stop. Maybe we just go on the 3-minute. Even though it's a candle 5, it's aligning with the candle 4 on the 1 hour. And we've hit it an imbalance, right? So my stop's not at some imbalance. I got stopped on break even. Oh, you're talking about gold, dude. Yeah, I got stopped break even on gold. I was looking for a long off this candle 2 closure. Hopped in here. Tried to ride it up. Came down. And then it stopped me out break even here before it shot up. Still 100 handles on a 3-minute. Whatever. Gulag. To the gulag we go. Next leg incoming. I don't trade Forex. Unless it's like an overnight swing on the hourly on these futures contracts. I wouldn't mind another sweep. Put another up close candle here. Give us some more room to capture some more points. Yeah, at some point, like, the stream's going to get big enough where people have no idea how I trade or what we look for. You know? So I'm going to get some questions, some dumb comments. Like, it is what it is. At a certain point, I'm just going to stop responding. Right? But there's no dumb questions here. But if I... But if you weren't here for the beginning of the stream where I break down what I'm looking for today, then keep coming to the streams because we start at 9 a.m. Get some mods. Maybe we need some moderators. The chat's pretty well behaved, though. You just get the occasional, like, dumb comment. And then back to our regular, scheduled programming here. I want to check the daily ADR, but every time I do it, it makes my computer, like, lock up. Okay, we're good. Oh, yeah, we can blow past. We're not even at it yet. We've hit it. Okay, I'm about to short this thing. 100 handle stop on a 3-minute. Looking for a 2R. Just continue lower. 5 minutes looking pretty good too. I can get 2 contracts. And we didn't get the closure there. Gold 15-minute. Yeah. Let's put in like another little up close candle here that I can use instead of this one right here. This opening price instead of this one. Appreciate it, ZSK. Oh. I mean, damn, it's 11. Can we get a new face of price? Market's moving pretty decent, so I might stay on a little longer than usual, but if once we take out these, like, some of these lows here, I'll probably just call it. We went from 30K to almost 29,000. Right around here. In a blink of an eye. But I'm liking the aggressiveness of, like, the market. We just need it to kind of give us some very clean entries for me to get in. Otherwise, I'm not going to chase the volatility. Maybe we get a little pullback here in lunch and then afternoon continues. I don't know. Need to watch. We have swept some lows. Let's get another little swing high purged here on a 3-minute. Oh my gosh. Wrong thing. What I need to do is make some educational videos. That way people who are new and want to learn the fractal model I can just refer them to that instead of answering the questions every day in the chat, you know? Looking like it's flagging again to go lower. There's a high. New 5-minute we can use. I want to see this candle close back below here. The next one. In the next 6 seconds. Something like this. There's also a 15-minute imbalance right here. So we're inside this previous hourly candle. I haven't swept the low yet on any of these. So I mean, we can also you get short ES if the stop's better, the risk is better. You could probably size heavier on that and make just as much money. We got some unfinished business down here, don't we? Here and here. So maybe ES is the one. If we get a nice closure on ES, but not in Q. Maybe the stop makes more sense there. Few days back, saw your shorts with whiteboard teaching trading. Nice. Yeah, most of the videos I'm making outside of these streams are just recaps for the trades we take on stream. Also, let me know, do you like the new thumbnails? YouTube. You like the new thumbnails? Kind of fresh. I'm late to the party. Who's late? Party just getting started, my man. The week's just getting started. Watch me short this ES to equal lows. Never say never. Gold taking its time. All right, we got 2 minutes. Give us a nice closer. We put in the wick now. With a little 5-minute high here on ES. You know? Let's not dump without me before the closure. The buffet opens every day at 9:30. I like that. And don't worry, we're going to give away one of these indicators today. I didn't forget. Just need the closure. We're in a candle 4 on the hourly. Gimme, gimme. Gimme setup. It'd be great in the next 50 seconds. We can close down here. If not, we might have to wait for the next 5 minutes. Hell, even gold could maybe put in a new swing high. Also, I prefer entering on the highest time frame possible. Like 5-minute entries are great. You think it must trade in the 15-minute FEG, then go lower? It could. We've been leaving a lot of these 15-minute imbalances in the dust, though. But now that we're kind of have sold off some and we're at -2, it could. So I'm kind of just waiting for the entry to form. Let's see how this 5-minute candle closes. We want it to be below here. Across the board. If it closes below on this candle, I'll short it and stop at the high. What's that song? Oh, congratulations. I was patient. Yeah. Give me trade. For real. Give me setup. Give me entry. If we get 100 likes in the stream before this 5-minute candle closes, I think we'll get a win. Or at least get a setup. We're at 91 right now. I know there's some people in the stream who haven't liked it. I think this might play out. Remember. And we still have some juice. Even if it closes like down here, we can still get a 2R-ish. But if it just drops down here in the next 3 minutes, I'm not going to market order in down here. Oh, that would be annoying. We could also maybe enter NASDAQ. Our stop's going to be like 100 handles, though. And then once ES takes this level out, go break even or something like that. Be super aggressive with it. That way we don't get SMT at these equal lows down here. We can do this 3-minute. Here. Maybe we do something like that on the 3-minute. Get in a little earlier. Didn't get the closure there. See? I have to wait for the 5. 5 minutes going to close in a minute and a half. Ready to copy trade. See, if it closes like that, that'd be perfect. I'll just market order in. But if it starts closing like down here, it's going to mess up the risk reward on the trade for that low. And like, I'm expecting a pretty strong reaction off these equal lows right here. You know? So I don't want to expect it to trade too far below that, you know? Just to be safe. I mean, even if I wanted to get on here. They both look pretty weak. NQ's been the weakest one. Maybe we just send it on NQ instead because it's been the weakest. All right, I'm in. 2 contracts short on NASDAQ. Two R for me is like right here. Let's see. Retesting this opening price. We got the closure below on the 5-minute across the board. So just see, looking for that 4-hour candle. Oh, sorry, the 1-hour candle 4. Continuation. I could have put a limit there and got tagged in, but it is what it is. I didn't want to have to like deal with missing the trade if it just dumped, right? It didn't retest. Either way, I would have gotten it for 2 contracts. So this is not financial advice. No one copy. I'm not a financial advisor. But yeah, it looks good. The structure's there. The higher time frame candles are there. Just need to monitor this equal lows on ES. If those get hit before our TP, then we need to be aggressive with the stop probably. Make sure we don't get bamboozled by any SMT at the lows or anything like that. Right now, we're just hovering around break even. Nice retest there. I like the way it's reacting so far. So let's watch. Make like 8,400. Up like 1,000 right now. We need to monitor this low. All right. Let's get the continuation. I just set an alert on this so we know that it's been hit. Don't miss it. We were patient. Come on. The day ain't over till it's over. And we want to see this wick hold, right? We want this to be the high for this hourly candle. We want to trade the body lower, right? I don't even want to see it come out to opening price. So if I wanted, I could reduce some risk right now to opening price. I want to see how we react to this wick. Sorry, this low. We're up like 2,500. That's a big brain move. Definitely don't want to see SMT down here, you know. But I like that we're kind of in the weakest one so far this morning. You know, I was looking at ES, I was looking at NQ. Maybe Hunter handle stops are the new wave. This is over 100 handles on this stop, by the way. There's that low. I'm going to go ahead and reduce some risk to the opening price. I mean, shoot. I could go break even right now, honestly. Let's see how this 5-minute closes. If we get close down here, I'll just go break even. We're taking out the lows across the board almost. I'm actually about to go ahead and go break even. There. We're risk-free trade, boys. What's the spread right now? Damn, the spread is like a handle, almost 2 handles. That's how you know it's volatile. Risk-free. We were patient. Up 5 grand. Lows incoming. I'm not just gonna... Part of me wants to just take one off and hold the rest, but nah. We'll take them both off. I'm up like 5 grand right now. It's been about 5 minutes. That's $1,000 a minute. I'm saying, man, the volatility in this market is crazy. Nice closure there on the 5-minute. So, yeah, want to let the wick form trade the body. Simple as that. We didn't get our entry up here on this little hourly candle. We had to wait a whole another hour to get this one, but so far, did I just make more money than Jeff Bezos in a minute? That was actually like 6K in 5 minutes, so maybe like 1,200 a minute. Yeah, but we're right at 29,000. Good point. Big fig right here. It would be a shame if this thing just came back. We got some little 1-minute imbalances in here. We didn't chase. We let price form some structure before we hop back in, right? So it's not hesitating. It's just called being selective. And if you don't know how I trade, all right, we're about to hit this level here. So close, bro. What's it gonna be? I think we get some volatility to push us past. All right, we hit. I might trail super aggressive above this 5-minute high. Come on, baby. Don't edge me. Don't edge. We're so close. How many ticks is that? That's like less than 2 handles away. Boom! 2R, baby. W's. 80... What was it? $8,300, $8,400 in 7 minutes? Bam. Just had to be patient, man. Someone play that song. Here. How many minutes was that? Hopped in here, got out here. 7 minutes. 8 grand plus in 7 minutes. Name a better profession. You can't. Nice little entry there. We could have gotten the retest, but I didn't want to hesitate, you know? That's the new joke. But yeah, nice little trade into these equal lows here. We could keep blowing past, but honestly, today's such a... I mean, damn. We could sell off hard today. I'm still surprised. Here's the thing. On a day like this, right, where we had the analysis, we got the move we wanted, super confident in shorting even down here because of how much we sold off, right? It's just one of those days. where, yeah, we might have a long wick on the daily, but fuck it. Like, it's a sell day, you know? But we got paid. This thing could keep selling. But I'm going to take my 8 grand plus and go to record a trade recap for you guys. But let's go ahead and let's run a giveaway. Real quick, I'm going to screenshot my P&L so you know. Boom. There you go. 84.70. Oh, wrong one. On Amp Live. Gimme. Gimme. But yeah, keyword is keyword. Like I said, the day's not over till it's over. We could get a late morning setup. You never know. We could get a little pullback. It's funny because I see like the stream view count. It's funny. It goes up and then it hits around 11 o'clock and people just start logging off, but they missed that trade, you know? They missed taking that trade with us. Not that you should be doing that, right? This isn't financial advice. But mentally, taking it with us, you know? So if you're here, if you're a Fairweather fan, you need to get out of the chat. Go watch somebody else. Keyword is wait. I like it. Giveaway, keyword, wait. We had to wait. It paid. FOMO. Not gonna lie, like I said, I was getting a little FOMO when that moved down. We called the move. We had the analysis, just didn't get the entry. Just had to wait. But we'll end the giveaway here in the next like 3-4 minutes. But if you said wait in the chat, your name's in here. And look, violent move down. Yeah, sometimes, I wish I held runners. But honestly, dude, these setups come up in every day. My stop was, I only had 2 contracts, you know? So it's like, when I hold one, if the other one comes back on me, I'm getting like a 1R win. Like, nah. We have plenty of opportunities the rest of the week. If we're gonna close bearish today off that daily imbalance, we're going lower probably than the rest of the week, you know? So continuation, like Prince Red says, continuation candle 3 tomorrow on the daily. That'll be Wednesday. And then continuation candle 4 Thursday for shorts. And then Friday, we could get a TGIF back into the range to the upside. So we have another 3 days of pretty clear bias, you know? But today, I'm liking the volatility in the market now, you know? It might be time to size up. All right, let's end it here in the next 50 seconds. The next 50 seconds here. We'll end it. Just try to be patient. Don't count the day out just because it's like a little late in the morning, especially when you're being patient. And then the opening takes a little, why'd I say that word? The open takes a little time to develop, and then you finally get the sell-off you're looking for. If it's going to be a sell day, just know it. Markets don't go straight down. It looks like it went straight down here, right? But what I mean is markets don't go straight down. You get expansion, get a new phase of price, right? Consolidation, retracement, whatever. Get expansion, get a new phase of price. Expansion, we'll probably get a new phase of price now that we've swept some lows out down here. So also what gave me confidence was we were respecting, right? Look what happened when we get a new phase of price at the -1, right? We expand, new phase of price at the -2, -2.5, right? So if we're respecting these standard deviations, why not go for -4, you know? And there's clear liquidity down there lining up with it, here and here. So it's like all the stars kind of align. Our bias was right. Our daily profile, New York reversal was right. Just a clean move. You don't need the whole move either. You just need a little piece. Like I just made what? 8,400, 8,500 almost in 7 minutes on this little leg here. Didn't even get captured the full piece. Just from here to here, you know? So it's not, you don't need to hop in and top tick. You don't need to hop in on the reversal. You can let it form and just wait, be patient for your entry, you know? All right, I'm done lecturing. Let's run it. 71 people in, 3, 2, 1. Soulless Blake, you are the winner of the fractal model indicator, 1 month free. DM me on Discord. Discord's free to join, by the way. There's a link in the chat right here. You can click to join. There's a link in the description. You can click to join. If you want to hang out with me outside of these streams, we post some giveaways in there as well. But Soulless Blake, DM me on Discord. I'll get you your code for this right after the stream ends. But that's today. Don't worry. I'm going to give you guys a recap on YouTube later today. Just a quick little video breaking down what we saw. If you didn't watch it live, if you want to go back and rewatch it for education, we can do that as well. But not too bad today. I consider this a pretty solid win, a nice little 2R. Definitely could have milked more out of this market if it gave us some entries up here, maybe some tighter stop losses. But for what I'm risking right now, making this kind of money in that short amount of time, I'm not complaining, you know? So appreciate you guys for watching. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Zach. We go live at 9 a.m. every day. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications so you get notified when I go live in the future. And make sure you like the video. It helps me out in the world of algorithms and YouTube, all that stuff. So if you really like me, you want to hang out with me outside of the markets, you can come and join our Discord. It's free. Link in the description. So I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Next stream, we got pretty clear bias for us of the week if we close bearish today. So I'm liking the volatility. Peace out, guys.